There's a fly.
Hey Mircons, welcome back to Mia's Life. Today I am joined here, well I've roped my mum in.
Twerking mum.
Because I've done this a while ago, but I feel like we need to do an update of the asking my mum questions you're too afraid to ask yours. Because I feel like this is going to be helpful for you guys, especially because I haven't done it in a while. I've got some juicy questions from you guys, which I got from my Instagram, by the way, so you can go follow me over on there. I'm at Mia's Life Official. So this one's actually from Teo, and I'm a little bit confused why he put this, but he put, would she let you date me?
When he's older, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Teo, why did you put
How old
this?
is he? Is he 15?
Yeah, I think he's about to be 16. Or I think he might even be 16 already.
Oh, right.
But yeah. I don't know why he put that. I feel like it was probably a friend using his phone. Were you scared at 16 to be pregnant?
Yeah, I was. Like, I was really scared of giving birth, and being pregnant just kind of felt weird. Like, I kind of felt a bit isolated and a bit uncomfortable being pregnant. I guess when, like, my mum found out, I was really scared. I wasn't necessarily super scared, because in a way I kind of wanted to, like, have a baby.
I couldn't imagine it, though. Like, that sounds so scary for me. I'm like, no.
I was really grown up for my age. When I was 16, like, I might have been 16, but I more had, like, the mind of an older person. Like, of course I had a lot of immaturity, but there was still parts of me that was, like, quite mature for a 16-year-old.
Would you let Mia try alcohol at the right age if she wanted to? By the way, I love your vids. Thank you, Connie.
Well, if Mia was the right age to drink alcohol and she was out and about, it's kind of, like, up to her, if that makes sense. But at the same time, if you're living at home and you were like bringing loads of alcohol into the house and you were drinking and getting drunk, then because it's our house, like I would say, like, I don't want that in the house.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of brings a bad vibe. Yeah. And it's not like healthy and stuff. And because like we don't drink as a family, like it would just kind of be weird if there's one person in the house drinking all the time around us. So I kind of find it a bit like annoying and just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when you're an adult and you're legal enough to drink and you're out and about, it's kind of up to you. And I don't want to like be that person who's like saying, no, you can't do it, you know, imposing what I do on you. But at the same time, I am her mum and I'm going to look out for her. And if I feel like she was going out with her friends and she was drinking, especially excessively, and getting drunk, I'm going to be worried that she's going to be putting herself in kind of dangerous situations.
Yeah. What would you do if I got pregnant?
I'd be in shock.
Yeah, because
I'd be in shock.
Like, it would be so unlike me. Like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So
I'd be sad and I'd be in shock. Like, I'd be really worried about like what's going to happen to your future. Like, you know, you've made a baby with somebody else. Ooh, the wind keeps open the door.
Yeah.
Be worried about you being pregnant and having to give birth.
I don't even want to think about it. That's not going to happen.
I'd be 100% supportive. I'd be there for her as a mum. I wouldn't just abandon her. I'd 100% help you in any way you needed, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
No.
I'm not going to be like overjoyed, you know, especially if you're not in a relationship. If you got into a serious relationship and you settle down with someone, of course you might want to have a baby with them, and I've got to accept that. But while you're 17, like, of course it's going to be uncomfortable for me.
How heavy should a period be? I worry loads. Haha, love you. Thank you, Julie.
I feel kind of sad that they worry.
Yeah, I mean,
why are you worrying? Because like you're having really heavy periods.
Like sorry, I'm answering as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, everyone's body is different. So like sometimes some people do just naturally have a heavier flow, and sometimes your flow can change each cycle. So it's not something to be too concerned about. There is obviously like if it's too heavy where you're like bleeding through like pads and you haven't worn them for nearly as long as you are supposed to have worn them, then maybe you should. And
if it's making you feel like weak and dizzy and you're like losing a lot of blood and your iron count is low, like there could be some imbalances there. Just the same if your period is very, very light, it could be an imbalance if that's not normal for you. What's
the main thing you want Mia to look for in a boy?
That he respects you and he loves you and he's like honest.
Yeah.
Like the main thing, I'd rather Mia go out with someone who I didn't particularly think was like gonna make super good looking grandchildren. Like he treated you really, really well. I feel like this is part of personality actually. I do want him to be quite successful and to like have goals and stuff. I don't want him to be lazy. Like the idea of you going out with someone who's like really lazy and they bring you down and like you just like doss around, that would like annoy me. I want someone who's like motivated and they'll encourage you to do things.
What age would be perfect to have your first kiss? I had mine at 11. 11's quite young.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's sweet.
It just depends on like you and like what sort of kiss it was as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I like kissing the lips like a. That's fun. I mean, I had one of those when I was like 4, probably. I don't know. Like everyone's done a little. Yeah. But like a proper.
Maybe not everyone, but
a full-on snog. Then no, I feel like 11's way too young. It's literally like 1 year away for Sienna.
No, don't say that. No way.
I think a perfect age is. There isn't really a perfect age because everyone's different. For like, say, for some 16-year-olds, having a kiss might be too young for them.
Yeah.
And they might be ready for that when they're 18 or even 20. And then you might get some people like 15 and they have a kiss and they're just like quite mature. A kiss is a kiss, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So like in your teenagers you have a kiss, it's probably like inevitable and not that like weird, is it? But like you shouldn't plan to have a kiss just because you're a certain age or feel pressured into
don't do it because
age.
you're a certain
like wait till you're like 20
just
if
do
you
it
have
because the situation and you feel ready for it.
Like if you when I'm saying if you have to, what I mean is like you don't have to when you're 20, but like if you want to wait until you're 20 and then you meet someone you really like and then you want to share a kiss with them, then at 20 is fine.
It's up to you basically.
Don't feel pressured. Like this age thing is like there's so much pressure on teenagers to like do something by a certain age.
Do boys really care more about looks than personality, or do they grow out of it?
I feel like boys, I feel like it's 50-50 from what I found out. I do think that boys they do like a girl to be attractive.
Of course.
But I do think they like personality as well. I like boys that does put them
personality
off.
is attracted.
Yeah, I do feel like it can put boys off if a girl is like kind of really annoying to them. Just because a girl's attractive doesn't mean that is like everything to them.
Yeah. I don't like to talk with my mum about boys. Do you have any tips?
You might not like to talk to your mum about it, but she might be happy for you to talk to her about it. Or like if you initially go up to your mum, like it might take her by surprise. She might feel a bit like uncomfortable. You might start the conversation off, it might feel a bit awkward, and then you probably both relax. Like choose a good time, not when she's like in the middle of doing something really stressful or busy. Just sat down, she's got a cup of tea, and she seems kind of nice and relaxed. It's not about to be both of your periods or something like that. And choose a time right.
What age is appropriate to get pregnant?
Kind of like what we were saying earlier, I feel like if you're in like a long-term relationships with someone, like a stable relationship, and you're both like that you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, I think that's probably the right age. Like you're an adult, so for some people that might be 19, some people that might be 26. It kind of varies. It depends on the person.
Are you afraid of Mia moving out?
Not afraid. I think like if you moved out, I'd feel a bit sad about it, but I'm not afraid. I'm not like bricking it. I don't feel like it's something that you're planning on doing for a while, so I haven't really technically thought of it. But I guess it's in the back of my mind that at some point you might move out. But you're only 17. I feel like you're probably going to meet like a lot of your friends live at home with their parents still, and they're in their early 20s.
What's the worst thing Mia has ever done?
I mean, crash the golf cart. I guess
that was pretty bad.
I guess that's quite bad because you could have really hurt yourself.
Yeah,
and,
that was quite
bad.
bad.
You kind of trashed the golf cart.
Because it wasn't just like I crashed into a tree or something. I had a collision with another moving car.
We actually made a video about it on Family Fizz, didn't we?
That was not my finest moment. Is breastfeeding painful?
No, not inherently it's not painful, but sometimes it can be, like if the baby's not latching on properly. The percentage of people who actually breastfeed is still incredibly low, and I think because of that there's not much knowledge out there. How
do you kiss a boy so then they will think you're a good kisser?
Well, I don't think you should really be thinking about how to make the boy think you're a good kisser. Like, just all the overthinking it is probably going to make the kiss feel really clinical and, like, not nice. Like, I think the main thing is, right, like, if the boy doesn't think you're a good kisser, screw him and he can go away. Who cares? He should just be really grateful that he's getting to kiss you. And secondly, I think if you're worrying about and overthinking it, you can be very tense. You should feel it's like, not how can I be a good kisser, but how can I enjoy giving someone a kiss and receiving it. Like, that's the important thing. It's like not thinking about how can I be good at something. It's like, how can I actually enjoy this? Like, obviously you want to give a good kiss to the other person because it's like, you know, a two-way thing. But also you want to enjoy it as well. And the number one way for it to be a good kiss is that you actually relax. I mean, try not to bang teeth. But do you know what, when you have like your first kiss, it's like the first time you've ever done something, and like the first time you rode a bike, did you just nail it? Did the first time you tried to swim, did the first time you ever tried to make a cake, did you like nail it? Maybe you did. Some people do, but like quite often people make mistakes. So you might bang teeth.
Like laugh it off.
Just have a joke, laugh it.
Like
when you talk about boys, what do they like in that? I think they really like it when a girl has got a good sense of humour and they don't take things seriously. I think because boys are naturally quite jokey and they mess around a lot, I don't think they like it when girls are like super serious. So if you just have a joke about it, you know, it'll be funny. Like, just have a laugh, relax, and just enjoy life.
Is discharge a normal thing for 11-year-olds?
Kind of like what we said about the blood flow. What might be normal for one person might not be normal for another, but...
I had it at 11.
But if you started puberty, it's like 100% normal, and if you're 11 years old, you probably... I think you roughly start puberty or begin to start puberty around 10 years old, so at 11 it's not
varies
really
person to person.
I mean, I started my period at 12 and I started puberty at 10, so at 11 years old I probably definitely had discharge.
I did.
It's normal, it's healthy, it means your body is working exactly how it should.
How do I reject a guy without being mean?
You could be honest.
Just say you don't feel that way about them and you just want to be friends. It's obviously gonna hurt, but
you could just say
you can't
thank you.
force feelings.
You could just say thanks.
Just be
it's
nice.
really kind of you.
Kind.
Yeah. Like don't say you're gross or anything.
No. Like be
or
nice.
don't
to them,
say
of
I'm not
course.
interested in getting a boyfriend. Then the next week you have a boyfriend.
No, yeah, that's probably
Like
not
don't
the
do
best
those
idea.
things. Like you have to be a bit tactful, but at the same time it is your life, and like I feel like if we always try and like
You can't force
think
it.
about like offending somebody, like you can end up just feeling like you're living a life which isn't your own.
Do you think Mia swears with her friends?
Maybe it depends which ones they are. Maybe her younger friends, because you've got some friends who are under 16, haven't you?
Yeah.
I don't think you swear with them. I don't know.
It depends. I don't know. I don't excessively
Do you
swear,
say it in
definitely
Spanish
not.
if you're Spanish-speaking friends?
Not really. I mean, the thing is, especially here in Costa Rica, swear words aren't really a big deal. You just hear people swearing all the time, and like a swear word's not viewed as like something bad.
Yeah, like in the UK, people are a bit more prim and proper.
Yeah. How to ask your mum to visit an online friend?
Well, definitely ask your mum if you're meeting someone online, because like you don't, like I don't want people to be like freaked out and paranoid. I feel like your mum should know if you're meeting someone online for definite. And like you should tell her who it is, show her the pictures and like arrange it all like properly with your parents, because like I said, I don't want you to be like super freaked out and paranoid like about life. Like it's nice to trust people, but because it's somebody online, there is a small chance they might not be who they are.
Catfish.
Because I've met people online in real life. You know, when we first went vegan, I met other
always do it in a public
girls.
place and like during the day.
But yeah, it was in a public place, and even though I was in my 20s and I was meeting these other women online who I'd never met before, you know, because like the online world now is a place where we can meet people. It's a great place to make friends, but definitely you need to do it safely.
What to do when someone makes you feel bad for saying no?
Don't feel bad, if that makes sense. Like if they've made you feel bad for it, that's kind of, I mean, it might be just you in your head, like, or if they have actually done things, like have they've actually like complained that you've said no and made you feel bad about it, then I feel like they've just got to get over it. And
they need to respect your decision.
Yeah, and if they keep treating you like that, then maybe you might have to consider whether they're like a good
Being
friend,
nice
like
to you.
because it's kind of sounds a bit toxic. I mean, they might be really disappointed. Like, so if you're close friends with somebody and like you said no to doing something with them, they're just really gutted about it, you know, and they're really excited to do that.
But at the same time, they should respect your opinion. Like, that you don't want to do that.
Like they're entitled to feel disappointed, but they shouldn't make you feel bad about it.
When is the right age to have a boy stay the night?
I don't know. I mean, if it's at home with your parents, I mean, it's up to your parents really, but I feel like the number one thing is if you're both of the right age, of course. Yeah. And it just depends on the parents and like the dynamics of the family.
How do you shave down there?
You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
You should wait until there's some hair growth. Like don't like make sure the razor is nice and fresh. Don't use a blunt one. Make sure there's water, like you're using water and a bit of soap. I don't use shaving foam, but I use soap. Okay. If I shave my legs or my armpits or, you know. And just be like careful. Yeah. I don't know if I think shaving down there is actually like that a good thing, because I feel like you're meant to have hair there.
Yeah, I think your
body, it like protects you.
Your body grows hair everywhere.
Yeah, you can get like
I think that's
sore.
a good thing to bear in mind. Anyways, guys, make sure to click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Love you.